According to Time magazine, Utah Valley is actually the happiest place in the United States. But where does this alleged happiness come from? I was pondering this as I was waist deep in Utah Lake, collecting slimy aquatic specimens with my college biology class. And as I was wondering this weird question and enduring this agony, suddenly this girl in all red sprung out of the water and drenched me. She said, "Hello, young Steve. If you want the sword, first bring me the cup before sundown." And then she sank back into the water and vanished. Well, I rehearsed the facts. A mysterious girl rose out of the water. She offered me a sword if I bring her the cup by sundown. Now, either I did not know my Arthurian legends, or this was the Lady of Utah Lake, who was going to make me a king if I brought her the Holy Grail, I guess, of Utah Valley. Well, in other words, she was asking me out on a dance, traditional Utah Valley style. And though I really wasn't in the mood for a dorky treasure hunt, she was attractive. So I got to thinking. She had said, "Young Steve," with a German accent. And Germans are known for their backwards grammar. So maybe she really meant Steve Young. And I just happen to know that in 1983, Steve Young, then the quarterback for Brigham Young University, had won the coveted Davy O'Brien Award, which must have been a golden cup. And if that wasn't the Holy Grail of Utah Valley, what was? So, according to Wikipedia, the Davy O'Brien Award is held at BYU on a special floor called the Basement of Secrets. But after hours of searching, either this place didn't exist or I couldn't access it. So in my frustration, I happened upon the statue of Brigham Young. I looked into his eyes and said, "Brother Brigham, this is your university. Where's the Basement of Secrets?" Just then I jumped. I heard the sound of grinding gears, and I realized I was leaning on Brigham Young's cane, which was apparently a secret lever, because the next thing I knew, the statue coughed up this slip of paper, and it looked like it was 100 years old. It read, "This certificate hereby exempts its holder from any allegations against his facial hair." It was Brigham Young's beard card. Well, it's a well-known fact that beards are strictly forbidden on BYU campus unless you have a coveted beard card. With this, I can go anywhere. Thank you, Brother Brigham. I had the key, but where was the door? With only hours until sundown, I hiked to the top of the giant Y on the mountain so I could get a better look at the valley. And then I heard these shouts. Coming toward me was this army of students all in blue and holding pitchforks. I remembered then that BYU was playing U of U in football that night, and I was wearing a red t-shirt. So I ran for dear life. Now, if you've ever been up to the Y, you may have noticed the little green bunker off to the side. I think they built it there for students to protect them in times of intercollegial war. So I ran inside and slammed the door. And then, in the dim light, I saw what looked like a card swiper. It was a long shot, but I was desperate. So I swiped Brother Brigham's beard card. The next thing I knew, these buttons lit up right in front of me. -1, -2, B, and BS. Could it have been the Basement of Secrets? Well, I pounded the BS button, and suddenly the entire bunker sank into the earth. Moments later, the doors opened up, and straight in front of me on top of a marble pedestal was Steve Young's 1971 Little League trophy. I should have known the true Holy Grail of Utah Valley would be humble. Inside of this plastic cup was this glowing white liquid, and somehow I knew what it was. Liquid happiness, the very power source of Happy Valley. Moments later, I made it back to the lake just before the sun had set, and there was the girl in red waiting for me in the water. She said, "Did you bring the cup?" And I said, "Yes." "Where's your sword?" And she said, "First give me the cup." Only then did it occur to me that this girl might have had an ulterior motive besides asking me to a dance. So I said, "Why are you wearing red? Don't you know who BYU is playing tonight?" Well, she grew impatient, and she charged out of the water and tried to steal the cup from my hands. We struggled, and just as the sun set, we spilled the liquid happiness all over the ground. "You fool!" she cried, and she grew so angry, her skin began to melt. She was no longer the beautiful lady of Utah Lake, but a briny old hag, the lady of the Great Salt Lake. Like a slug, she oozed back into the water, crying, "We were going to use the cup and steal your happiness so our team could beat yours." And then she sank into the water and vanished. So, if you've been feeling down lately, it's because I spilled the cup. But don't worry, I return it to its place, and I think it regenerates over time. And also, if there's any treasure hunters out there, for a very small fee, I just might lend you Brother Brigham's beard card.